What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with another new look rebuild, and today we have the Memphis Grizzlies. I've been saying it a lot in these last few videos, but this team didn't change all that much. There wasn't a ton of new movement, it feels like, the more I keep doing these rebuilds. But regardless, we're jumping in. We're doing all 30 teams, which is why I'm still doing it. We're doing a new look Memphis Grizzlies rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We are on the path right now to 40,000 subs. Of course, the first stop is 39,000, then 40k will be right after that. So if you want to hit that sub button, help us out with that, be greatly appreciated. But let's talk about what the Memphis Grizzlies have done. Now, I will say, I've been telling you guys, if you've been watching, I've been trying to avoid the teams that aren't down to 15 to 14 players on the roster. The Grizzlies in real life have 17 players on their roster. Of course, 2K, once you get in the season, they only allow you to have 15. So unfortunately, there's two guys missing on this roster, which is Kenneth Lofton and Isaiah Todd. So I apologize for the inconvenience if you want to see those two on this roster. I don't know who's going to be the final 15. It's anyone's guess. I apologize again. So that, just wanted to throw that out there regardless. But the new additions for the Grizzlies, of course, the biggest one, Marcus Smart. Sounds like this has been a name they've been chasing for a long time. It feels like he never was going to be available. He was always the heart and soul of Boston, and he ends up in Memphis because of a three-team trade. Of course, it was originally supposed to be Brogdon, but it ended up being Marcus Smart from the Celtics. They also added Derrick Rose, who people have been saying is a perfect mentor, obviously, to John Morant, which I agree with. They also got Josh Christopher, and then they drafted Gigi Jackson, and I think that's it. And of course, like I said, they also brought in Isaiah Todd, but he's not on this roster, unfortunately, for us right here. But let's go take a look at this rotation before we get into the season. So, of course, we know John Morant will be suspended for the first 25 games of the season. I think Desmond Bane is going to play the 3 when John Morant is back. I assume they plan on starting Marcus Smart, John Morant, and Desmond Bane all together. That's my assumption. I could be totally wrong. Maybe they have one coming off the bench, which would probably be smart in my opinion. But regardless, this is what we're going to run with to start the season. So Smart, Kennard, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, Steven Adams, Xavier Tillman, Brandon Clark, Josh Christopher, Derrick Rose, and David Roddy. I will tell you, our bench is definitely a little weak. I'm not sure how many minutes Derrick Rose is going to get for the Grizzlies. He didn't play a ton in New York. Maybe the Grizzlies see him as just kind of a guy on the bench who's a veteran leader. I don't know what the vision is for the Memphis Grizzlies, but I'll go ahead and play him. I'll play David Roddy a little bit as well too. Why not? And then, well, I guess we could technically play Gigi Jackson instead since he's the newer dish. I don't know. It's anyone. We could literally play anyone. It doesn't matter. As soon as John Morant's here, one of these guys, is off the team or out of the rotation anyway. So we're going to simulate this season. Is there any mentorship programs I should be using? There is a lot of young players in this roster, so it might be smart to do so. So right now, do they actually... Okay, they have John Morant being mentored by Steven Adams. I'm not doing that one. We're going to go ahead and dismiss that. I mean, John Morant can be mentored by Derrick Rose just for the fact that he needs a mentor in his life, but there's no badges. So if I could just set the mentor just because I feel like John Morant, obviously, as we know, the trouble he's had in real life, not here to judge him, but Derrick Rose sounds like the guy that would be like the perfect leader for John Morant. So I like that first one we're doing, even though it's not going to upgrade John Morant by any means. Is there anyone else? Not really. I mean, we could have Marcus Smart mentor one of these other guys, I guess. Let's say we have Gigi Jackson being mentored by Marcus Smart or something. We'll do something like that, and that might be it. So let's just have a mentor by Marcus Smart, and we'll call it a day. So ankle braces, challenger, and clamps. We'll make Gigi Jackson a good defender or something. All right. We're going to celebrate this season. I will see you guys either at the deadline or at the end of the season. I feel like there's a chance we stop at the deadline because I don't like my bench very much, but I might just let it play out, and I'll just, maybe focus on it in the offseason. We'll see, because there's a lot of guys here who could technically step up next year. There's going to be a lot of play progression on this young roster, so a lot of good young guys, I should say, at the very least. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season probably, but if I do stop at the deadline, I'll show you. At the end of year number 1, Jason Tatum wins MVP. You got Vic winning Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul is your 6th man, Giannis Offensive Player. Daniel Gafford most improved on the Wizards, and Quinn Snyder Coach of the Year. And Jacob Park is your executive, and that's for the Boston Celtics. So, NBA first team. I'm not sure if John Morant misses one of these teams just because he got suspended. So yeah, he's not here. I don't know if he would have made it if he didn't get suspended. Regardless, he's not here. So we are we're in the play-in, actually. We're in the play-in team, 17 in the West, and we get to play the Timberwolves. So if you take a look at the player stats, you had 31 from John Morant. Again, he did have that 25-game suspension, so he was out for those games. But 21 from Desmond Bane, 19 from Jaren Jackson, and 11 from Marcus Smart, 9 from Luke Kennard, 8.5 from Christopher, and 7.5 from Xavier Tillman. I think the biggest focus this offseason will be upgrading the bench if we don't win a championship here, which I assume we won't. And maybe also the center position. As much as I do like Steven Adams, he does regress in 2K, so we probably have to find a different center in the offseason. He has one more year left in his contract, but let's see if we get out of the play-in. I assume we do, and we do get past Minnesota, and now we draw the Pelicans, which, of course, they have Zion. So we got number 1 and number 2 overall pick going at each other here. So we'll go ahead and see how this goes. Somebody curl around against New Orleans, and we are going to get swept. So round 1 does not go very well. I assume the bench is just not where it needs to be, which is what we need to focus on the most. And you're going to have the Warriors and the Hawks, and I assume the Hawks get one here, but we'll see. And yeah, they beat the Warriors in 7 games. Honestly, it's not too surprising at this point. Pretty much Atlanta winning the championship year 1 every single time at this point. So let's get to the offseason. So in this draft, we end up with the 17th overall pick, so we could definitely use that at our disposal. As far as the staff is concerned, Taylor Jenkins is a great head coach in my mind, so I'm going to go ahead and keep him around. And then we're just going to fill the rest of this out. And then basically the biggest thing is finding a new big. I think that's the main thing, is a new big and a better bench. Everything else seems fine to me. Like the 4 that we have starting other than Steven Adams is like safe. I think I'm going to leave that all the same. It's just a matter of finding a new 5. So let's go straight into the draft. I don't think I'm going to trade this pick, but I guess, I mean, yeah, maybe we could entertain that. If we're going to try to get our upgrade at the 5 spot, we might as well maybe do it now. So if we take a look at what we could potentially trade at right now that's available. So we have Clark, we have Steven Adams under contract, and we have Tillman, who is a free agent. We have Derrick Rose salary as well, and John Kachar salary. So technically speaking, we could throw the 17th pick and a bunch of salary together and maybe go get our 5 right now. Well, let's see who that could be. So immediately came to mind was Clint Capella, making $22 million. He'd probably be pretty easy to get, so not a bad idea. You got Mark Williams, Walker Kessler, some bonus if he becomes available, Mitch Robinson. I have Wendell Carter, Rashawn Holmes, Nick Claxton's a free agent, Nikola Jokic, Miles Turner does not rebound enough for me to want him. James Wiseman or Jalen Duren, of course, is always awesome. Jakob Poeltl wouldn't be too bad either, but it doesn't go up in overall very much, which is why I'd be hesitant to get him. You also have Rudy Gobert, but I think that's a terrible idea with how, his contract situation. Nurkic. Kevon Looney, nah, I'm good. Gafford, not really I don't really know if I view him as a starter. Bobby Portis, no thanks. Vucevic, nah. Jarrett Allen, ooh, Jarrett Allen. There has been a lot of talks, but the Cavaliers are trying to trade away Jarrett Allen. So I wonder if I could get Jarrett Allen off the Cavaliers. I think that would be my dream 5 right now, who could possibly be available. So yeah, we're going to go for that first. We're going to try for Jarrett Allen on draft night. Now, we're going to be able to pull this off, maybe not, but it's worth a shot. So Jarrett Allen's got 2 years left his contract, 86 overall. I mean, he'd be like the perfect 5 to replace Steven Adams right now. I think this would easily make us a contender next year. And we steal him from Cleveland as well, which is a bonus on top of that. So I wish I'd be able to throw some of my young players in here, but we don't really have anybody under contract at the moment. So let's say we threw Brandon Clark and Steven Adams together. I hate getting rid of them both, but we do have Tillman, who we could re-sign, and I think we could, kind of rely on him. And we trade 17, and then since we can't trade any of our young players, I'll trade another future first, maybe something like that. So Adams, Clark, 2024, and a 2028 pick for Jarrett Allen. I think that's well worth it. They don't agree to that. Fair enough. I will give you John Kachar as well. That's not gonna. Yeah, they can't. Okay, how much money? Well, I guess I won't be able to find out. If I threw like Derrick Rose in there, for instance, there are 3. Okay, so yeah, they don't have any more money. So I'd rather throw a bunch of young players at them. Some of the young guys we have, like maybe a Zaire Williams, they feel like they can get value out of. So we're going to revisit this after the draft. I'm not done with this trade. I'm coming back, but I'm going to go to draft somebody, and then we won't sign them to the rookie contract. We'll just, kind of trade them to Cleveland. So whoever you want, Cleveland, I'll draft them. You know what? I'll give you Bronny James. That way LeBron James can go back to Cleveland. That's the perfect script. Let's do it. Let's have Bronny James come to Memphis, and then we can send him to Cleveland. And then, hey, maybe LeBron James goes back to Cleveland. So it's kind of a beautiful story for the Cavs if they can pull it off, which they won't, obviously. But regardless, player options. We're going to... I think I'm gonna decline Luke Kennard because I want Luke Kennard, but at the same time, Josh Christopher is a guy I don't get to use that all that often, and I kind of want to give him that backup 2 spot. So as much as Luke Kennard's pretty valuable as well, he shot 45% from 3. Let's accept it. Okay, let's go back to the Jarrett Allen trade, and we're going back to that idea. So I'm not done. I have not given up on the idea of trading for Jarrett Allen. So I just drafted your new point guard, and that's Bronny James. So Bronny James has 2.5-star trade value. I said I'd throw Steven Adams in here, and then I'm cool with throwing like Zaire Williams, who hasn't really panned out for us here in Memphis. So it's LeBron James, Steven Adams, Zaire Williams, and then we do throw them another future first. I'm cool with that. So I think that's a pretty good return for the Cavs. They do agree to it. And just like that, we have our brand new 5 in Memphis. And he kind of fits the timeline of the team as well. So honestly, in my opinion, that was kind of a home run trade. Could not have been any better. And now we can head to free agency, look at qualifying offers, and kind of see what else we need to do. Free agency, we have Xavier Tillman. And we were able to keep Brandon Clark. So technically speaking, we don't have to resign Tillman. But if we did, right now, our rotation is John Morant, Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, and Josh Christopher. So right now, David Roddy, John Kachar, Jaren Jackson, Jake LaRavia, and then Brandon Clark and Jarrett Allen. I don't think we need to bring back Tillman. I think we can roll with Brandon Clark, who's on a contract, on a really good contract as well for the next 3 years. So I think we can move on from Tillman pretty comfortably. I mean, we technically could sign him because we always need like a third string center. But we could probably go cheaper as well. I mean, he's only asking for like $8 million. Is it really that big of a deal? I'll give him a contract. Why not? But he might not play. So I'll sign Tillman back. That's probably going to be it. Obviously, our biggest addition was getting Jarrett Allen on the team. That's going to be like a noticeable addition in my mind. So player progression, you have John Morant up to a 94, Desmond Bane up to an 88, Jarrett Allen, Marcus Smart, Tillman, Luke Kennard, Josh Christopher, David Roddy, Jake LaRavia, Gigi Jackson, and Derrick Rose is down. So overall, I think we went from obviously getting eliminated in round 1 last year. I don't think there's any chance the team gets eliminated in round 1 this year. I think we're going to be a top 4 seed in the West. I think we're going to be pretty dominant. With Jarrett Allen coming to the team, that's just, in my mind, like one of the best centers we could have gotten at this point to put him on this team where he just fits amazingly. So proficiency is a 4-star balance of Jarrett Allen as a starting 5. But if you take a look at the rotation, it's John Morant, Smart, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, Jarrett Allen, Tillman, Josh Christopher, Brandon Clark, Luke Kennard, and David Roddy. And then Gigi Jackson's not getting in minutes right now. But I think I'm okay with this rotation. We got 2 5s and 2 guards and then a forward come off the bench. So that works for me. And we already know what a proficiency is. So I'm going to go ahead and assimilate to the end of the season. If I feel it's necessary to stop at the trade deadline, once again, just like last year, I'll show you. But I don't feel like we're going to need to. I think we're going to just be so good, I won't even feel the need to because we don't have any suspensions this year to worry about. So we should get off to a hot start. At the end of year number 2, Luka Doncic wins MVP. DJ Wagner on the Magic is Rookie of the Year, so they add another guard to that team. Damn, that's a logjam over there if I've ever seen one. And no, Cole Anthony's on the Wizards now, so he gets that solved there. Evan Mobley, Defensive Player. Scotty Barnes, Most Improved. And then Quinn Snyder's Coach of the Year. And Christopher Bell is your executive. So here's John All-NBA first team. Do we get John Morant this year? We do. John Morant makes All-NBA second team. No surprise there. All-NBA third team, All-Defense first team, and All-Defense second team. Get Jaren Jackson making it, which is great. He probably made it last year as well. I just didn't really look. But second seed in the West, as you can tell, things went very, very well. No surprise. You had 28 from Ja, 18 from Desmond Bane, 15 from Jaren Jackson, 14 from Jarrett Allen, and then 11 from Josh Christopher, and then 8 from Gigi Jackson with 5 rebounds. So I was able to get Gigi Jackson some minutes. I think after I show you guys the rotation, he only played 27 games, but I did give him some minutes, some run, because I wanted to see him, develop as much as possible this offseason because I don't want to run 2 backup centers off the bench, basically, was what my thought process was. Tillman, I guess, is a better overall than Clark. I don't know whether you agree or disagree whether or not that should be the case or not, but it is the case. So, round 1, we draw the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, we were able to beat this team last year in the play-in, so I'm hoping we can get past them once again. Of course, these 2 teams faced, 2 or 3 years ago at this point, and obviously we all know how that went. To my current round, and they won game 1, and we're down 3-2. Are we gonna get eliminated in round 1 again? Maybe we have to listen to 2K's rotation suggestions, unfortunately, but we'll see how this goes. Game 5 in Minnesota. Are we gonna get eliminated in round 1 again? That's gonna really suck. That's gonna sting. But we're in a close battle here. Do we take it? And we are going to barely squeak it out. And now we're going to game 7 back to Memphis. So let's see if this, goes in our favor and we get out of round 1. Close game somewhat. The Timberwolves do have kind of a good lead on it. We're trying to get back in it, and we are going to once again get eliminated in round 1. Wow, 32-99 for John Morant, but it was not enough. Someway playoffs, and let's see who goes on to win the championship. So 2 years in a row, we've made it to round 1, but got bounced out. I think we just need to reshape the bench a little bit more. We'll probably, get the right positions. Derrick Rose does retire Grizzly, which is cool. Regardless, I don't imagine we have a lottery pick here. I'm pretty sure we don't own anyone's future pick, so I'm not going to worry about this too much. But I'm going to go ahead and get straight into getting a bench kind of solidified here because I don't want to run 2 backup 5s. I know I'll have some guys develop, so we probably just need 1 guy here, and we should be fine. I think another guy on the roster that we're missing is Santi Aldama. I don't know where he went. Did I decline his team option last year on accident? I have no clue. I did not. I don't know what happened to him. Regardless, I'm trading Brandon Clark away, and the trade I was leaning on was Ayo DeSumo. We need a backup point guard. So we're going to do this swap of Clark for Ayo DeSumo. We get ourselves a backup point guard for next season. We have Tillman as a backup 5 right now, so I'm kind of cool with that. So right now we have Ayo DeSumo as a backup point guard, and then we got some re-signings to take care of. I must have renounced Santi Aldama. I mean, did I even have him on the roster to begin with? That might have been another guy that was kind of missing on this roster. So, man, I apologize again. But regardless, we do have a draft pick. I'm not too concerned about it. It's the 27th overall pick. We got Reed Shepard. Welcome to the team. Player options, Roddy and LaRavia. We'll sign both of them. Qualifying offers, Gigi Jackson and Josh Christopher are both free agents. I do have interest in bringing both of them back. I actually believe both of them will be kind of a rotational piece for us. We could just resign Luke Kennard, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Josh Christopher, who's much younger. And then I do want Gigi Jackson back. So I'm going to renounce Luke Kennard, and then we're just going to focus on getting Josh Christopher back on a pretty good contract. So 3-year deal, bring him back in, and he should be a good shooting guard for us this year, back up. And then Gigi Jackson is the other guy I want. I don't know how much he's asking for. It sounds like he's asked for a lot because I can't re-sign him at this moment. What is he up to in overall wise? He's up to a... Okay, no, he's asked for like 8 million. Can I not get to that? I guess not. Okay, we're going to have to wait till qualifying offers hit, unfortunately. So Gigi Jackson should be able to get him back, and then we should be golden. So if we can get him back, that'd be awesome. And we got Gregor Jackson back. So that's a W. Jarrett Allen is up to an 86 overall. Marcus Smart is down. I guess I should say they're down, not up. So Christopher's up to an 80, which is great. Idersumo, LaRavia, Jake LaRavia, Gigi Jackson. So either Gigi Jackson or Jake LaRavia will play the backup four. I mean, technically speaking, Roddy only went up to a small forward or to a 77. If I move like Jackson or Jake LaRavia to the 3, I mean, they kind of stay the same. I don't know. It doesn't matter too much, whatever we decide to do, but I think we got our backup forwards for next year. I think our bench is going to be more well-rounded. With Ayo DeSumo coming in, we're not going to have 2 centers come off the bench. That probably hurt us a little bit. But let's get straight in this next season, man. If anything else, nothing else, I think we had the same problem yesterday. Let's just get out of round 1, bro. Like, let's just get out of round 1. Proficiency's up to a 4.5, which is a great sign. So if you take a look at it, 10-man rotation, it's perfect across the board. John Morant, Smart, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, Jarrett Allen, Josh Christopher, Tillman, Idersumo, Gigi Jackson, and David Roddy. So LaRavia's on the outside looking in, unfortunately. So let's go ahead. Simulate this season. Power ranking landed us at number 5. I expect to finally get out of round 1, hopefully in this 3rd season. We'll see if that comes to fruition. So here we are at the end of year number 3, and once again, we are the 2nd seed in the West. We all know how it went last year. We got eliminated in round 1, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen this year. But 26 and 11 from John Morant, 21.5 from Desmond Bane, 17 from Jackson, 15 and 10 from Jarrett Allen, and then Christopher with 13 off the bench, not too shabby. Gigi Jackson with 18, 7 from Marcus Smart, and then David Roddy with 7, Idersumo with 6, and then Tillman with 5 and 5. So here we go. Round 1, we draw the Sacramento Kings. They got De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Huerter, Mac, Keegan Murray, Sabonis, Bones Highland. At this point, I just want out of round 1. So I feel like we should get it here, some like current round, and we are going to be in a good spot. We sweep the Sacramento Kings in round 1. But now we draw the Jazz. The Jazz always seem to have a really good roster the further you go down because of the cap space they have that opens up. They lost Lauri Markkanen, but they're replacing with Julius Randle. They have Lonzo Ball as well, Colin Sexton, Agbaji, Trey Jones, Mo Wagner, Jalen Williams, and Jordan Clarkson. So let's, not Simcast game 1, but game 1, we're down 1-0. Not a great start. Game 2, down 2-0. Not a great start to this series, and we're down 3-0. Okay, W. All right, well, we got our round 1, but it looks like we might be going home in round 2 very early, as we might get swept by the Jazz, unless we can win this one game here, but it's not looking good. Okay, we came back at the very end, and we did win by 11. All right. Maybe we can come back from 3-0 deficit. I've done it in like, I literally did it a couple of videos ago. It was kind of a crazy run. Now, can we do it again is the question. Looks like we might win this one. So we only need one more, and hey, we're going to a game 7. So game 6 in Utah. If we beat them here, we get to go to a game 7 in Memphis at the FedEx Forum with our Memphis fans, and it's looking good. It's looking good. We're going to a game 7. So we're down 3-0. And now we're about to go to a game 7. Now, did we get this far just to lose in game 7 is the question. First quarter goes to us. Actually, very close series. Or close game, I should say. Also a close series as well. But right now we're up 4 in the 4th quarter, up 2. It is a very, very close game. This is for the Jazz to blow a 3-1 lead, man. Come on. Or 3-0 lead, I should say. 118 and 120, or 124 1-point game. Let's jump in and let's make sure we secure this game. Let's make sure we secure this game because I'm nervous right now. Now, I'll be the first to admit, me jumping in and playing this out may not be the smartest decision in the world, but you know what? I'm trusting myself today. I think I can make it happen. Right now, I'm just going to get around a Baji, and we're... as I was saying, we're off in transition. Colin Sexton's got the ball. We got Jarrett Allen, and that's a wide open 3, but he misses it. Thank you, Lord. And Sexton somehow came down with the offensive rebound with all those bodies down. Okay, it's fine. We're only about to be down 1 if he makes both. It's fine. We're in a good position still. All right, so we have our starting 5 out there, other than, I guess, Marcus Smart's off the floor right now. All right, let's try this again. I got blocked the last possession. It's fine. We just need a basket, and we're up 1 again. It's that simple. All right. Right now, I have Jaren Jackson, and... All right, so far, it's not good. The screen and roll is not working. Keontae George just pulls up and tries to end my life here. Okay, we're off and running. We're back. We got one more chance to redeem ourselves. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can make it happen this time. I have Jarrett Allen, and this time I'm finally going to get it to go. 3rd time's a charm, ladies and gentlemen. We got a screen and roll to work. All right, here we go. And now we have Keontae George. If you can just take a quick transition bucket like you did a second ago, and that's charging. Let's go, babe. We get the ball back. 33 seconds left. That was a bailout. I needed that in the worst way possible. All right. Just give the ball to John Morant and let the rest take care of itself. Make sure we inbound it to John Morant. They might foul right away. They do not. They elect not to foul. I might be able to beat Colin Sexton in the basket. I actually have Jaren Jackson. Okay, I got fouled. All right. I thought I had Jaren Jackson wide open for a 3, and that would have been like the dagger. That would have been amazing. Okay. Here we... Oh, they're fouling. All right, they're fouling. All we need to do is make free throws. It's that simple. Maybe I should have... I don't... Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's a good free throw. Okay. I'm doing everything possible to choke this game. I'm going to make the second one, though. So we're down... We're up 2 again. It's fine. We're up 2. We're able to play decent defense the last possession. I guess I got bailed up by a... We missed 1. That's fine. All we got to do is play defense. I'm fine. We got Marcus Smart on the floor. What else could you possibly want? And Jaren Jackson... Got the last 2 defensive player of the year player of the years actually. So I'm gonna... Oh, that's a terrible shot. No way he makes that. W. All right, give it to Desmond Bane. Oh, I got fouled with Jarrett Allen. All right, if I can just make one of these, we should be fine, right? Actually, Jarrett Allen's free throw is not that bad. That felt better than John Morant's. We should be good. If I make this one, this is probably the game. And we make the second one, baby. We're going to the Western Conference Finals. The Jazz blow a 3-0 lead. Now, I will tell you, I was a little nervous there for a second. Hendricks hoists the 3, is not in, and we get the rebound, and that is your ball game. Was that ugly? Maybe. Well, we took care of business, and that's what matters at the end of the day. And now we're in the Western Conference Finals playing the San Antonio Spurs. We have Robert Dillingham, Clay, Ian Jackson, Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, and Keldon Johnson. Game 1, down 1-0. It is to Vic, so wow. Or we're going to go down 3-0 again? No. Can we even it up? Yes, we do. Can we win 3 straight? No, we can't. Okay. Down 3-2. I mean, we were just down 3-0, so 3-2 isn't that big of a deal if you ask me. So game 6 in San Antonio. If we can win this one, we start off the first quarter just flaming hot, but the Spurs start off the second quarter really good. Back and forth game. I don't know if I'll be able to jump into another one, but it's so very close game again, man. Oh my goodness. Do I jump into another one back to back? You get to play. You get to watch me play it twice today, man. Y'all are spoiled. Let me jump in and take care of business again. I'm feeling good. So this time we're actually down 2, and the Spurs have the ball. So we'll just kind of see how this goes. So Vic is being guarded by Tillman. That just seems like such a mismatch if you really look at it. But regardless, as long as they don't give it to Vic, I feel good. I'm just gonna off ball. I'm gonna be a weirdo and just off ball Victor Wembanyama. He looks absolutely terrifying on the court right now. I'm not gonna... Okay, that's a terrible shot, right? And get the rebound. No freaking way did Jarrett Allen not get that rebound, bro. How do you not get... All right, W. That was great. Okay. We just need a quick basket. It's that simple. I feel like I should be able to get around Zoop. Ooh. Wait, I just realized we have Tillman and Jarrett Allen on the floor together, bro. Like, what is this, man? All right, we're down 6 right now. We put Jason Preston of all people on the floor. That's just fantastic. All right, let's just see how this goes. I don't expect much at this point, but I have Desmond Bane wide open for 3 right now, and I might have released that too early. Damn, bro, I needed that, and I just released it too early. That's probably game, unless if I can. Okay, yeah, I think the Spurs have served me my L here. We're not coming back from 3-2, unfortunately. All right. Can I get around? Can I do anything here? Probably not. It's probably yeah. I should probably just quit, but I'm not gonna quit yet. We're gonna be a weirdo and see if I can make something happen. All right, Bane. I need a 3 from you, even though this game is probably definitely over. Desmond Bane, yeah, that's not in. All right, I'm out. We're going to next season. So here we are in the final season. Regardless of what happens, this is it right here. So we got to the Western Conference Finals last year. We lost to the Spurs. I'm hoping this year we can get all the way to the NBA Finals and have a chance at least winning a championship here. So 27 from John Morant, 23 from Bane, 17 from Jaren Jackson, 14 from Jarrett Allen, 13 from Josh Christopher, 11.5 from Gigi Jackson. He's up to an 81 overall, which is great to see. Smart with 7 and Suma with 4. And then 4 from Tillman. So here we go. We get the Jazz, who we just beat, made them blow a 3-0 lead. Last year, they added DeAndre Ayton instead of Walker Kessler, so I feel like that made them worse. We'll see, though. Somebody current around against the Jazz, and this time we just take care of business immediately. I would have loved to have just seen that last year. Regardless, the Thunder this time, they've added Justin Edwards and Xavier Booker. Yeah, something tells me we're getting eliminated in round 2. I just have a hunch right now. We do win game 1, though. 21 from Shea. 20 from John Morant. Game 2, 2-0. Okay, so far so good. Game 3, they do win it. Game 4, okay, is this where they come back from 2-0 and absolutely just reverse sweep us, I guess? Let's see. Can we win game 5? This is the big one here. So game 5, if we can win this one, we're going to be in a good position. It looks good so far. And I think, yes, we took game 5. We avoided game 7. We do not. We're going to a game 7. So game 7. In Oklahoma City to get out of round 2 to get to the conference finals for a second year in a row. It's a close somewhat game, but I'm thinking we're going home here. We're going to lose to the Thunder. Damn. So unfortunately for the Grizzlies today, the furthest we could reach was the Western Conference Finals. All right. You got the Hornets and the Thunder, and you're going to have the Hornets go on and win the championship, and we lose to the Thunder in 7. So that'll be how the video ends. Overall, I like what the Grizzlies have for the future. I wonder who the new center will be eventually if they do maybe move on from Steven Adams. But I love the Mark Smart edition. I love the Rose edition. And I love the Josh Christopher edition, who I think could maybe get some run in Memphis. We'll see how that goes. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.